welcome to my podcast, So Sweet Violet. My name's Jooles and I live in West Sussex with my family and our puppy. Well, I guess she's not a puppy now. We had her yesterday, was a year since we got her. So yeah, it's getting on now, a year and a little bit. But she has got a bit naughty actually. Not quite sure what's going on there, but I'm going to have to be on it, I think. I'm not very good at training dogs at all. So I've been researching online. Maybe it's just kind of teenage years, I don't know, but she's going through a bit of a naughty stage. But overall, she's gorgeous and quite funny, really. This is my podcast all about crafty things, knitting, sewing, crochet, cross stitch. I kind of dabble in most things, and I used to make greetings cards actually for my local post office in my village before I moved here. So yeah, I do like lots of crafts, so hopefully more will creep into my podcast over time. You can find me on Instagram, on my blog, which is So Sweet Violet. So Sweet Violet everywhere actually, so you can find me on Instagram, Pinterest, Etsy, not on the high street, Ravelry, and my blog, as I said. And big news here, I've just started a Ravelry group. I think I've just started a Ravelry group anyway. It's all very new to me, and I did it yesterday, and I hope I've done it right, but maybe you could let me know if I haven't. If you can't join or can't comment, then I probably haven't done it right. So if you could let me know if there's any problems, that would be fantastic. Or any tips or anything would be wonderful. It's been quite a while, I think probably a couple of months since I've podcasted last. We've had some really tragic family news since I last saw you. My beautiful eldest brother passed away, and it's been really, really sad. There have been days where I felt like I couldn't bear the sadness, but if he were here, he would say to me, "Come on, my little darling," he'd say, "be happy, live your life, have fun." So that's what I'm trying to do, get back to my normal routine, have some fun. And he's in my heart, which is a bit broken at the moment, but it will mend in time, I know it will. And oops, sorry, I got in a bit of a mess there. So anyway, I'm not going to dwell on it because you can see what's going to happen. So I just wanted to address why I haven't been here, and that maybe you can forgive me if this podcast is a bit all over the place. Maybe I'll say a tiny bit more later when I get onto something else which is kind of relevant, but yeah, I miss him so much. He was my hero. A beautiful, beautiful soul, free spirit, but a tortured soul. In his earlier years, he was a Royal Marine, and he was a fantastic Royal Marine. You know, he was also a member of the Special Boat Service, and he was a ski instructor in Norway. He broke records in the Marines, one of which I think is actually still standing. He was a fabulous, fabulous guy, and my hero completely. He saw a lot of action. I think he was in the Marines just over 4 years, and he saw a lot of action, things that were to change him forever, to change us all forever, really. And being such a gentle, natured soul, it was going to affect him for the rest of his life. And yes, so really his life changed after that, and he was really quite a tortured soul, which is so heartbreaking. But he's all peaceful now, and he's happy up there with my dad, hopefully doing exciting things. and I think of him and my dad all the time. Okay, that's it for now. I'm just going to sort myself out. I've tidied myself up and I'm back. Okay, that was hard, but I'm really glad I've got that bit kind of spoken about. Okay, shall we carry on? Okay, let's have a drink. Coffee today. Oh, in my pretty violet mug. Emma Bridgewater, very cute. Sorry, posh people do that, don't they? But I'm not posh, but I do that. Right, okay, let's go on with some fun things, shall we? First of all, let's do in the making. Right. Whoops, sorry, that was my sewing machine handle. What shall I show you first? Okay, this I'm really excited about, but I haven't knitted on it for actually ever since my brother got taken into the hospital the first time, because I know this sounds a bit weird, but I didn't want to knit any sadness into it, so I'm not even quite sure where I got to. So this is My Breathing Space by Vera Valimaki. And I have to say, when I was knitting on it, oh my goodness, I love it. I'm knitting it out of the Wool Barn. Oh, look at those colours. Oh, sorry, the light's really strange in here today. I've got a little lamp in front of me, a window to the right of me, and I've got no other lights on. And to me, it's really dark in here, but on the camera it looks quite light. So I hope the colours are going to show up okay. That's pretty close. Maybe the warmer side of it. There we go. That's probably, oh, it keeps changing, but anyway, you can kind of see. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? Tiny mistake. It's up here somewhere, but I can tweak that. It's so pretty. So I've put the stitches on the sleeves. Oh, I'm not talking properly, sorry. I've put the sleeve stitches on needle holders, and I've just got down, I think I've got down to this point here where the rows start going in different directions. But it's so pretty and it's so slinkily soft. And this is from, the yarn is from the Wool Barn. And it's her Silky Singles. And this is light mauve. And this, for the contrast colour, is crema. And it's so beautiful. I'm very sensitive to wool. And this is superwash merino and silk. But it doesn't affect me at all. No, it doesn't affect me at all. So I did speak to Maya of the Wool Barn, and she was so kind and helped me out. And this is what we chose. And it's so beautiful. I really want to get on with it, but I still feel in my heart really sad, and I'm not ready to knit on it yet. So that's going to just go away for a little while. Oops. I do adore it. It's such a lovely pattern. I'm going to make mine a tiny bit longer, I think, because I always worry about my tummy area. So I'd like just to come down a tiny bit more maybe. But yes, so that's in the making, and has been in the making for a while. Let me pop it back in. This is one of my bags I made with some leftover scrap squares from a quilt I made for a great nephew of mine. So that's in the making. And also I have been really busy, and you may remember from previous podcasts that I said that socks saved my life. They've done it again. I have been like a sock ninja. I've been knitting on socks so much. So I've only got 2 works in progress. So my other work in progress are these socks here. Now, these are for somebody special, for a gift. They're pretty, aren't they? It's Knit Picks yarn. I've never used Knit Picks before, up until there's another thing I've made. So I'll show you that. What was it called? Balloon Ride? I don't know what it was called. Sorry. Oh no, Bubble. It's called Bubble. So it's Knit Picks Felici in the Bubble colourway. And these are just, I've just used my standard whirlwind toe, which I can't seem to avoid using because I love it so much. And I've just been using the Hermione's Everyday pattern for the stitch pattern there. It works really well in stripes, I think. And I just added a Fish Lips Kiss heel, so I didn't interfere with the stripes. I should have got my sock blockers really. I normally do, don't I? So that's as far as I am with that. So that's sock one. But I've got a while to finish those. So yes, loving those, and I'm knitting them on my higher sharps, which have quickly become my favourite needle. In the beginning, I did have a hole in my finger. It's kind of healed up now, and I must have kind of found a new way of knitting without really realising it, because that hasn't happened again. So yes, so that's my works in progress. I've got lots of others to talk about in a while, which is kind of exciting. But okay, so last episode I announced a giveaway. The lovely ladies Yola and Alison sent me a skein of their Bertie Bott's Every Flavour Beans, I think it was called. Gorgeous colourway, really bright and happy. And they also donated a skein for my podcast. So I asked you to leave comments on my blog telling me what your favourite flavour of Bertie Bott's bean was, if you could invent any, and also your worst flavour, and I had some fantastic answers, and that was just to enter the giveaway. So let me tell you a few of them because they did make me giggle. Okay, some of the worst ones were rhubarb and rabbit stew, mackerel and squid, fermented Icelandic shark, liver, tripe, sock sweat, vinegar, watermelon. I love watermelon. No, don't agree with that one. Mustard. What does that one say? This one is pond sludge, which was referring to, I think that was in my last podcast where I spoke about Mabel running into the pond and coming up as like a pond monster with all this sludge on her. So that was that. Poo and vomit. Oh, don't know why I'm laughing so much. It's like children's level, isn't it? It's so funny. Okay, some of the best flavours. Scones and strawberry jam with clotted cream. Yes, that gets my vote. Lavender lemonade. S'mores. I've never tasted s'mores. I'd like to. They sound delicious. Bakewell tart. Yes, please. In fact, I'd like to make a Bakewell tart because I've been watching the Great British Bake Off, which is on tonight. And was it last week or the week before? I think it was the technical challenge was Bakewell tart, and I love Bakewell tart, so I might make one of those. Cinnamon and cherry, rose petal. That sounds lovely. Treacle sponge pudding. Rose and violet. And watermelon. See, I snuck it on the favourites as well. Anyway, thank you so much to all of you who entered. I think it was 135, I think, which was astounding. I'm really happy about that. And thank you also to Yola and Alison from Little French Meadow who donated the yarn. And the winner is, are you ready? Diane, who is Peggy May Yarns on Ravelry. I think she lives in Norfolk. I hope I got that right. So yes, well done, Diane, and thanks for entering. And I think, what did I write it down? Your worst flavour would be sick. And your best one would be vanilla. So congratulations, and let me show you these, because this is the yarn that you'll be receiving. It's so beautiful. I knit these out of my skein, obviously, for Bryony, my daughter, and it is so pretty. I absolutely love this patch here. Isn't it pretty? And it's so soft. Actually really soft, because I'm like a delicate flower with yarn, and it's really soft, and it has beautiful orange. Actually, I think it's a little bit Halloweeny when you think about it. So it's got blues and turquoise and purple and grey and orange and pink and white. And it's beautiful. So a skein of this gorgeous yarn will be coming to you, Diane, and I shall be in touch in a couple of days. And we'll sort that out for you, because lovely Yola and Alison are going to post it directly to you, which is really kind of them. Thanks again, ladies. That was so fun. I'm sorry it's taken me so long, but I hope it was worth the wait for everybody. Anyway, these socks, these come under my finished things. So I made these for Bryony. I wish I'd got my sock blockers. They look really big-footed, don't they? And I added some contrast. So orange on this toe rather, pink on the other toe. I'm sorry, I really feel like I'm babbling today. Please forgive me. And then the stripes are the same except for the top one, so I could alternate the cuff. And they've got sparkle in the stripes. So there we go. So she loves them, and she'll be really pleased now, because I've told her she couldn't wear them until I podcasted. So she'll be thrilled with those. Pretty, eh? So yes, a skein of that's going to you, Diane. Okay, let's move on to the rest of my finished things. Well, I'm wearing one of my finished things. This is my Saline cardigan from Loops 10. That was their book, but I think you can get it on Ravelry as a download. I think, don't quote me on that. And I made it out of Rowan pure wool in splash colourway in the worsted weight, and I love it. It's, as you can see, it's my colour completely. Love this colour. I did have some issues with the increases for the sleeves, but that was just me being a novice, and somehow my stitch markers kept falling out, so that wasn't very helpful, but it's beautiful. Let me stand up and see if I can show you. Again, I haven't worn this. I've been dying to. Can you see? There we go. It's very, very lovely. I love the shape down the back, and the front's kind of waterfally, I guess. Do you call that waterfally? Maybe. But it's pretty, and I love the fit. I'm on my tiptoes, I'm so short, honestly. No buttons, so that's really simple. The only problem I had, as I say, was this, and that was nothing to do with the pattern and all to do with my noviceness. But it's gorgeous, I love it, and I think I'll get such a lot of wear from it. I made the sleeves a little bit too long, but I was going to tink them back to about there, so I start the rib here and tink them back, but I do quite like the turn up cuff, and it feels really cozy. And also I think when it's cold I can pull the cuffs down over my hands, which I think will be nice. Okay, sit back down. So yes, I'm thrilled with it, and actually I really would like, get myself comfy, I really would like to make myself another one in the future, and it's really got me excited about knitting garments, so I do have more plans. Okay, next, you'll see a theme here. There are a lot of socks. Next up are my Tulsi socks. knit from my beautiful friend Julie Rose Sews on Instagram, and she's Sweet Sparrow. Oh, is she Julie? Yeah, she's Julie Rose Sews on Instagram. Her Etsy shop is Sweet Sparrow Knits, and this is her yarn, Sweet Sparrow yarn. I hope I've got that right. I somehow feel like I've got that wrong. Oh well, you know who I mean, the beautiful Julie. She knows who I mean. So this is her Shy Violets colourway, and this was, I believe, Yantan Tether mini skein that I used for the heels, toes and cuffs. I did have some issues with these in that I have a very tight tension when I knit, and because of the nature of the stranded pattern, it doesn't give as much as obviously stockinette, and they were unpicked quite a lot. So in the end, I decided just to do the pattern on the front half of the foot, so you can see from the front all the lovely pattern, and then the back it's plain. I think I would have preferred the pattern all around, but I think I would have really struggled. I could have persevered and made it work, I'm sure, by changing my needle size, but I think I got to the point where I was like, oh my god, I just need to get them finished. So I love the heel. It's such a pretty heel. Don't know what you call that. It's like the eye of partridge. Danny from Little Bobbins would know, because she used to knit lots of eye of partridge, because I can remember watching her podcast and thinking, oh my god, I love that heel. So yes, so that's those. Again, I haven't worn them. I'm going to have lots of things to wear now I've podcasted. So that's those. I've shown you my Bertie Bott's socks already. That's such a brilliant name, isn't it? Bertie Bott's Every Flavour Beans. That is such a brilliant name. Then I knit these for my beautiful niece, my big brother's daughter. Just wanted to knit everybody I love something. You know, I don't know, it just makes you feel like you're helping in some small way and just sharing your love. So yes, so I wanted to make her some socks, and she chose this colour from my stash, which actually I ordered this by mistake. When I first started knitting socks, I ordered it by mistake because it's not a colour I'd normally go for, but I have to say I really love it. It's a very pretty grey, and it has some kind of plummy colours and green colours, and I think it goes beautifully with this colour at the top. Anyway, this pattern has to be my favourite sock pattern I've knitted to date. The pattern's by Abby Morris Designs, and it's called Time for Tea Socks. And it's really pretty. And you see the kind of, I want to hold it so you can really see the bubbles. It has little bubbles. And it's so cute and so easy. And it's the most fantastically written pattern, I have to say. And it's toe up, which is always my favourite method. In fact, I'm not sure if I'll ever knit toe down again. No, cuff down again. I just love knitting toe up. I prefer it way, 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 way more. And yeah, it's beautifully explained, because sometimes I've had some issues with heels on socks. Following the patterns have been a bit confusing. This heel is the best explained heel I've knitted. It's perfect, and I always have issues with heels, nearly always. This I didn't. I knit them straight from the pattern, no mistakes, no tinking back. So Abby, you've done a fabulous job on this pattern, and I'll definitely be knitting more of these, because as I say, these are for my lovely niece Tegan, and I know she'll love those will comfort her a little bit and wrap her feet in my love. So yes, I really enjoyed those. Did I keep the tag? No. I think it was Sukosu. I'll put it down here so that you know, but I've had it a long time. This is the same yarn as well in a different colourway. I love this colour, you can probably tell, can't you? It's my colour, isn't it? Anyway, so that's that. So that's 3 pairs of socks. In fact, I was doing the boxer socks cowl by it's a Yarngasm, isn't it? Gosh, I am so out of touch. I really am so out of touch. So I apologise for everybody whose name I get wrong, things I say wrong. And if I say wrong words, please feel free to put your own word in place of it. Yes, I was doing the boxer socks cowl, but I've been knitting so many socks for other people that I'm never going to make 12 for myself. So I've got a box up there with, I don't know, maybe 6 pairs in. Maybe I'll show you them next podcast. So I'm kind of bowing out of that knit along. I think it's the first knit along I've joined. And I failed. So yeah, not very good at knit alongs at the moment. Let me have a drink. Okay, the other finished thing I have is some bed socks that I made for my lovely mum, who also I just had to knit her something comforting after everything we've all been through. But to lose your son is just unbearable, unimaginable. And so it was just a little thing I could do for her. She's got them, so I can't show you in the flesh what they're like, but I'll insert a little picture so you can see. But this is the yarn I used. Sorry, the light's really bizarre. Don't know how to do some. There we go. It's a beautiful, soft shell pink. It's very soft. And again, it's knit picks. I am so impressed with knit picks. I'm going to knit with more knit picks. This was still quite pricey, actually. I can't remember. But I think for Mum's socks, it cost me probably about £30, which is a lot. But she really did appreciate them, and they're beautifully soft, and she really suffers with her feet and legs. She has lots of pain. She has restless legs, and she's had quite a few operations on her feet and ankles. So she really does appreciate them. But it was Knit Picks Capra DK in the flamingo colourway. And it really is soft. Let me give it a test. Yes, it really is lovely and soft. It is 85% merino and 15% cashmere. So I really would recommend this for kind of bed socks or anything. Like a lovely cowl. Ooh, that's a thought, isn't it? Yes, so I'll insert a picture. They look massively long, and my mum's quite tiny, but because of the I used the blueberry waffle stitch pattern, did my usual whirlwind toe, blueberry waffle stitch pattern, and because it's quite rib-like, kind of it stretches really nicely. They look really long because the time you got your foot in them and your leg in them, it obviously stretches out and shortens them. And I did a lovely long turnover cuff, and she said they're so comfy and so cosy, and she hasn't been getting half as much cramp at night in her legs because she wears them all night. So I was really pleased about that. I just felt it was, a true gift of love. And I'm going to make her another pair for Christmas in a different colour. So I think that's everything. Let me just double check. That's all my finished things. Now, from my postie, I feel like I'm going really quickly. Maybe I need to slow down a little. Okay. I'll just have a quick drink of coffee. Yeah. From my postie. Okay, this is exciting. In fact, I've received so many beautiful cards and gifts and emails and just messages of love and kindness, and this awful thing has happened, but the outpouring of love has been so heartwarming. So much kindness in the world, and particularly in our little kind of crafty community. There's just so much kindness, and people are so generous and thoughtful that it's wonderful. Anyway, I'm going to get all sad again. Well, sad, happy, you know. But the lovely Tracy from Nora George and I did a swap. I sent her a bag and some other bits and pieces, and she sent me some of her gorgeous yarn. I'm sure you all know of Nora George. That's her yarn is absolutely up there with the best. So first of all, oops, I don't think I can get this, hang on, oops, sorry. Look, how beautiful. So she sent me this, which she said I could choose from her shop. So this is going to be for my Christmas shop socks. And it's called Candy Cane. And it is so pretty. I'm so excited to make Christmas socks. I haven't got any Christmas socks. So that's exciting. And there's a little, you see the little mirror. Oh, so cute stitch marker there. I love that. She does fantastic colours. And she's such a sweet lady. She's podcasting actually. I don't know. I'm sure you all know. I think it's Crafts from the third floor. Crafts. I should have written all this down. Crafts from the third floor. Yes. And it's brilliant. I do adore her. So yeah, Candy Cane. And then I sent her some minis of mine, and she sent me these gorgeous, gorgeous minis. Look at those colours. Oh, look at that. Isn't that just amazing? This beautiful yellow. Lovely, say that's kind of a hazelnut brown. It's so pretty. And this one, kind of a turquoise tealy colour, has little splashes of brown, I think. I need new glasses, I think. I need to wear my glasses for a start. And this beautiful kind of, say that's like a nice spring leaf colour. Autumn scrappy socks. Okay, I'm going to change that. That's acorn colour. But they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So thank you, Tracy. I always want to call you Nora. But thank you, Tracy. She also sent me a very, very cute pincushion, which I think she must have made. And it has Liberty. And you know what? This blew my mind. It was wrapped in this Liberty fabric. If only all gifts could come wrapped in Liberty fabric, the world would be an incredible place, wouldn't it? Isn't that pretty? So I think I'm going to make myself a project bag out of this. And it's very autumny. It actually really goes nicely with some of these colours here. Like that one and that one. Oh, so gorgeous. So thank you, Tracy, aka Nora. I love that name, Nora. It's really lovely. I think it was her granny's name. So that was really exciting to receive. It's quite a long time ago now. And also in the package, she included something for you. Look at this. This is her vintage Christmas colourway. The giveaway prize was So Sweet Violet. And I have some exciting news in a little while about how this is going to be given away. Oh, it's a little stitch marker there too. A round one. I love these simple stitch markers. They're really, really useful. So look at those colours, kind of a mustard and an orangey pumpkin, this beautiful, I want to call it acorn now, beautiful green colour. So that's vintage Christmas, and that will be given away kind of soonish, but I'll tell you a bit more about that in a while. So that was a swap from the lovely Tracy. So thanks, Tracy. You are a sweetheart. Okay. I also did a swap with Jodie from the Grocery Girls. The Grocery Girls. I love those girls. I love them. Tracy and Jodie, they are so sweet. I love their relationship. They're sisters. I know you all know them, all watch them, but they're so endearing and really sweet and supportive of each other. And I love how they buy each other gifts. And I just love you girls so much. I would love to be your third sister. Anyway, Jodie contacted me and we did a swap. And I sent them a bag each. It was a surprise for Tracy. She didn't know at the time. And Jodie sent me a bag. I have a Grocery Girls project bag. I mean, how beautiful is this? I love the colours. It's really big and roomy. And look, it's so pretty. So pretty. Jodie, you are so clever with your fabric, getting them printed. It's just an incredible idea and so beautiful. Honestly, I can't be in love with it more. It's beautiful and so nicely made. So yes, this was for me. And she also sent me this. How pretty. It's called Rebel. Look at those colours. I love this. Kind of a highlighter. Oh gosh, it's gone a bit crazy. Kind of a highlighter, yellowy green, which is really jazzy. And it's beautiful magenta. It has greeny teal colours and rusty pumpkin colours. It's all on like say a pale cream base. And it's absolutely beautiful, and it's superwash merino, 20% nylon, 5% stellina, so it's actually sparkly as well. I love it so much. I'm not sure what it's going to be. Probably socks. I'm worried you can't see it very well, but that's pretty good. Oh, it's gorgeous. So thank you so much, girls. And look. Little heart scissors. Oh, I've been dying to use all these things, but because I haven't podcasted so long, they've all been stashed in my basket here. And I'm so excited now because I'll be actually able to use these gorgeous things. So, also, Jodie and Tracy sent a giveaway prize. Would you like to see? How beautiful. I'm going to take it out of the packet. I love that noise. No apologies here for noisy crinkles. Okay, this is so beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? I'd love a jumper knitted out of that yarn. They're so lovely and roomy, her bags. Look at this tag, beautiful neon pink. So this is another giveaway prize. Also comes with one of these candies, which is a maple leaf. And I had a few of those too. And I tell you what, I'm so jealous. And I've been so tempted to eat this because they are amazing. But I saved one for the winner of another... Oh, I can't say yet. I'll tell you in a little while. I keep nearly catching myself out. And this is a lovely little note card, which is also knitted pattern. Just love everything. So thank you, Jodie and Tracy. And I love your podcast. Love it. So I'm going to leave that over there. And again, I shall be letting you know in a little while what that's going to be for. And, do you know, I've had lots of other gifts too, but I've had to be a bit selective, and I'll show you some more next time. But I will just show you this. Yes. Okay. This was sent to me by the gorgeous Jooles from Suffolk Socks. Just a gift for no reason, just because she wanted to. How lovely is that? People have such beauty inside them. So thank you, Jooles, from the bottom of my heart. Literally, it touched my heart. And look at the colours. She said it had to be mine. Look at the lavender. Gosh, that smells absolutely wonderful. I wonder if that's out of your garden, Jooles. Maybe it's Suffolk lavender. Smells incredible, that's for sure. And a beautiful little gingham heart, which I'll hang in my sewing room. And this yarn is so pretty. It's all sparkly. This is 75% superwash merino, 5% stellina and 20% nylon. Wow. Love it so much. Actually really soft. I often find, I think sock yarn is often softer than some kind of, I guess, garment yarns. So yes, beautiful. I absolutely adore it. Oopsie. She has such beautiful things in her shop. So Suffolk Socks is her shop. Wow. She has, I think it's called Life in the Long Grass. Oh, so pretty. I'm going to have to place an order soon. So yes, love, love, love. Thank you, Jooles. Really, I was so touched. Thank you. I'm back. I just had a little break, made myself a pot of tea, and just wanted to announce some really exciting news. As I said at the beginning of my podcast, I've started a Ravelry group, and that is because I'm hosting my very first along. I'm calling it Merry Along, and basically it's to get us all organised and get some Christmas gifts made. It doesn't have to be knitting or sewing or anything. You can, as long as it's handmade by you, it can be knitting, crochet, sewing, cross stitch, jewellery making, pottery making, jewellery making, painting, really anything. As long as it's handmade by you, you can enter my Merry Along, and I'd love you so much to enter. I'm happy for you to enter works in progress, that's WIPs, and I'm really happy for you to dip into other alongs as much as you like. It's very relaxed, no pressure, and there will be some fabulous prizes. So I've opened a thread on my Ravelry group. It's called Merry Along 2016 Chatting Thread. So go and chat away. I can't wait to kind of find out what you're planning on doing and what materials you're using and who your gifts are going to be for. Although you might not want to say that, actually. No, you may not want to say that, but it's up to you, of course. And I'll be obviously merrying along with you, although I won't be commenting in the Ravelry threads, because obviously I'll be drawing winners from there, and I don't want to kind of alter the, I don't want to be included in it. But also, if you use the hashtag #MerryAlong, which I'll put down here on Instagram, which is how I'll be kind of tagging all my photos of what I'm making for my Merry Along, and then we can all see each other's on there as well. So I'm really excited. So I decided the launch date's going to be Monday coming, which, excuse me, I just need to look at my calendar. sorry about this. Okay, so my merry along will start on, what's the date today even? I don't even know. I think I might have to edit this out. So this is a beautiful skein from Diane at Elm Tree Yarns, who very, very kindly donated this to our podcast. And this is from her, I think it's her Tudor range, and it's called White Queen, and it's absolutely beautiful. And it's got gold stellina in there. Don't know if, yeah, you can kind of pick that up. Look how sparkly it is. Really, really pretty. So this is actually, this one's got gold stellina as well. Diane has the most beautiful yarns too, and I showed on a couple of other podcasts my Beatrix Potter minis. Oh my goodness, am I in love with those? Yes, I certainly am. So yes, so she's Elm Tree Yarns, so please go check her out. She has lovely things in her shop. So that's going to be another prize. So thank you so much, Diane. And there we go. So that's so exciting. I think, let me just make sure I've covered everything. I think so. Okay, so shall I tell you what I am planning to make for the Merry Along? I have quite a long list, which is very adventurous and probably impossible. But my ideas so far are a hat for Bryony, my daughter, with a big fluffy pom-pom on. I have bought the yarn, but I haven't bought it over here, so I'll show you that next time. So that's number one. Number two, some knee-length bed socks for my mum. Exactly the same, just in a different yarn because she loves them so much. But they take quite a while because they're really long. I bought a book over. What did I do with it? Honestly, I'm losing the plot. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I got this new book recently. It's called Edward's Menagerie. And in here it was the cutest cuddly toy ever. Hello, where are you? It's an armadillo. Oh, there he is. Ready for the cuteness. How adorable is he? Winston the Armadillo. Oh my goodness. Oh, I probably shouldn't have shown that. Let's do that. Ooh. Oh, adorable, adorable. So I'm going to be making him for my great nephew. So I'm very excited about that. This book's very cute. If you can see, if I do that, you see all the patterns in there. It's a really lovely book. And on the front is this huge pile of cuteness. Look at that tiger, so cute. So yes, so that's armadillo. So that was number 3. I also want to make a cute tree decoration for my dearest best friend Angie, who lives in Australia. And it's a little tradition of ours. Every year we send each other a tree decoration. So I'd love to make her one this year. So that's number 4. Number 5. I've done it again and I haven't got the book. Hang on one second. This, number 5, is from Amy Sinibaldi's Handmade, Sweetly Stitched Handmade. I love this book. It's so lovely. She has another one coming out soon. And I love Amy. She's a sweet friend of mine who I met in London a couple of years ago. And it was like meeting the Queen. She's so down to earth and gorgeous and very sweet. But I was so nervous. She was like, well, she is my sewing goddess, a sparkly sewing goddess. She's beautiful, friendly. She has a gorgeous family. She just moved to Virginia. And this is her book. I'm hoping her next book's coming out soon. I know I pre-ordered it. But I'm going to make this bear pillow. I've made a couple before for my other great nephew who lives in Bolivia, who is actually my big brother's first grandchild. So I'm really thankful that he had a grandchild before he left. And he is like the cutest baby boy ever. Oh, he's delicious. So I'm going to make him one of those. That was number 5. Goodness me. I'm going to be busy in 6 weeks. Number 6 carries on. Number 6 is going to be a cushion cover for another very special friend. I'm going to do that English paper piecing, make a nice kind of hexy flower. Last but not least is going to be a knitting kit for my beautiful niece who I made the lovely Time for Tea socks for. She made this embroidery. She's a very clever girl. She made this embroidery. Do you think it's a stork or some kind of oriental bird? It's very beautiful. I've washed it because the fabric. Basically, this was hung up in my big brother's sitting room in his little flat because she made it for him as a gift, and it was in a hoop. And obviously we had the sad job of clearing out his flat, and she said that she made it, but she's not sure. She wasn't sure what to do with it. So I said to her, would you like me to turn it into something special for you? And she said she'd love that. So what I've decided to do is turn this into a project bag for her because she's desperate to learn to knit. So I'm going to turn it into a project bag, and I'm going to make her a little kit inside with a first knitting project and needles and yarn and a pattern. So that will be for her for Christmas, and I think she'll really love that. So I'm thinking possibly, I think everyone makes scarves for first knit, but I'm thinking maybe a knitted dishcloth would be quite good because it's quite quick, it's useful. Yeah. So that's number 7. So am I going to get all those things done? Possibly not. But madly, I still have other gifts that I want to make. I wanted to end the Merry Along before December because I think in December there's so much pressure, so many things extra to fit into our already busy lives. So I may have to carry on making gifts in December, but yeah, that's my Merry Along. So I would love more than anything for you to join in. If I haven't explained things thoroughly enough, please get in touch. This is my first one, so I'm a bit unsure. And yes, so let's get merry alonging. Okay, I'm just going to have a sip of tea. This is uplifting tea from Neil's Yard. Tastes very herby and quite florally. It's got rose petals and chamomile, lime flower, I think. It's lovely. And I need uplifting. Okay, so I wanted to have a quick chat about some podcasts that I found. I found podcasts just super soothing lately. And so I just wanted to share a few of my new favourites. Okay, so the first one I want to mention is Antonella Makes. Antonella is such a sweet honey, honestly. And I feel that when she shows her projects, I feel like we are kindred spirits because the colours she chooses and the patterns she makes are literally what I would choose. I look and I go, I really want to make that. And she shows all these gorgeous yarns that she uses. And honestly, Antonella, you've cost me a fortune. She's just moved as well. So she's kind of getting her new home all sorted. And I really want to make her something lovely for her new craft room. And I did mention it to her. And I'm sorry, Antonella, it is coming. Well, it will be coming when I start it. because I'd love to think that something of, some of my love in your craft room, because I've loved watching you, and you're just such a sweetheart. Okay, the other one is Kate from the Loop and Bar podcast, and actually Kate and Antonella are actually running a cozy autumn along together. It might have finished, but so obviously they're friends, and Kate is just gorgeous. She makes me giggle so much. She's very open and chatty, and almost feel like you're such good friends with her. She's such a beautiful soul. Oh yes, she lives in Wales, and she has a fantastic laugh. Always makes me giggle. You're so cute, Kate. Yeah, she knits with lots of natural colours, which is lovely. It's not something I tend to reach for myself, but watching other podcasts, like also Melody from Be Mandarines, I love all the colours she uses, and Kate's very similar in that aesthetic. So I'm feeling more drawn to those colours. And Kate's she's gorgeous and funny and sweet and caring. So Antonella and Kate, I love you both. Okay, the other one is Pauline from the Yarn Shelter podcast. She's only put out 2 podcasts, but I know she used to have a podcast before. And she is so beautiful. She's only 19 and she lives in Belgium. And she's studying amazing things. I can't exactly remember. It's like Arabic languages and different faiths and religions, and really so interesting. And so I think she's living in kind of university accommodation there. And she wrote to me and said she'd like to send me some Belgian chocolate, and would I like it? Yes, I would. So she sent me this beautiful package, and gosh, such lovely chocolate. It's all been snuffled up, I'm afraid, because I'm piggy for chocolate. I did share a bit, Pauline. Not much though. And she sent me some tea as well. So that was such a lovely present. And she is so funny, and she knits and she cross stitches and she sews. So that's another one. So that's the Yarn Shelter. And another podcast I found just a couple of days ago is Anna Knitter podcast, and I think her name is Annalena, and her podcast is Anna Knitter, that's right. And she lives in Austria, which is my favourite place in the whole world. Such a beautiful place. Pete and I went there, I think it was last year. Oh, I fell in love. I could live there. It's just beautiful. I don't know if any of you watched Heidi years ago. I watched it as a child. It's so beautiful. We love it so much. And she's just got a new puppy as well. So she's going to be busy. And she's just so endearing. She's really lovely. So yeah, check her out. So that's Anna Knitter, Antonella Makes, Loop and Bar, and the Yarn Shelter. And I'll put links to all of those on my show notes, which you can find on my blog. Okay, and lastly, I've been making a few bags. I've actually only finished one bag, but these bags are going to be charity bags, and they are to raise money for Help for Heroes in honour of my brother. So I'll show you the one I've actually made. There we go. So they're patchwork bags, and a little stamp with peace and love, and some kisses, because peace and love, the world needs peace and love, doesn't it? My heart goes out to all these servicemen and women who their lives get changed. They do such fantastic things. You know, where would we be without them? But so many of them suffer, and I'd like to give a little bit back in honour of my gorgeous brother, whose life was very much changed by war. So here we go. That's the front, and this is the back, and there's some more hearts on the back there. Linen bottom, box bottom as usual, but these are bigger bags. Here we go. I'll show you the difference in size. So these are my party bird bags, it's that size, and these are very big compared. So this, I'd say, is a sweater bag. Actually, you can fit a lot in there. You compare the size. There. So I'll be selling these. Inside, this is my usual pockets, pockets, and my little removable ring thingy, which is brilliant for storing your bigger ring stitch markers and what do you call them? Progress keepers and scissors and things like that that can tend to get lost in the bottom of big bags. So there we go, and it's got a natural coloured zip and this sweet little handmade, but not by me, Fimo heart on some gorgeous red velvet ribbon. Hang on. So each bag will be different, all one of a kind. I'm sorry, put that the right way around. All one of a kind. So this is one of them. The only one I've actually got made up, but I can show you some of the other fronts so you can see how different they are. I've made red ones and blue ones, so kind of red, white and blue theme, but I didn't actually want to mix it. So these are obviously just the fronts at the moment. So that's a front and a back. If you can see the little ducks, the crowns. Another one. That's the front and the back. I love this. This is an old vintage Laura Ashley fabric. Again, this is the back actually, the back and the front. And for every bag I sell on Etsy, I'm going to donate £25 to Help for Heroes. So I hope we sell them. The red one, the little toadstools there, the front and back. This is very pretty, isn't it? Another one, I'll go a bit quicker. Front, back, front, back, oops, there's 5 of each, 5 red and 5 blue. Front, oh no, back, front, and the last one, front and back. So there we go, that's those. So I need to crack on with them. Sewing is good for me at the moment. It's soothing for my frazzled soul. So they will be listed in my Etsy shop on Friday the 21st of November, which is next Friday at 7 PM British summertime. And I'll put a little kind of converter gizmo on my blog so you can see what time it would be where you are. I think that's everything I had to say. I think so. Bryony and I are off to Brighton this weekend. We thought we'd have a little break. We've actually never ever been away together before on our own. So it'll be a fun girly weekend, and I think we could all do with, you know, a break, something nice to look forward to. So we're staying in a nice hotel on the seafront. We haven't got a sea view because it costs so much money. So we're kind of round the back, but that's okay. We can sit on the seafront and eat fish and chips. We're just gonna like potter about and have a chatter and a giggle, and we've got afternoon tea booked in a posh posh restaurant, so that'll be really lovely. And I believe there's a gorgeous yarn shop. I think it's called Yak. So I'm taking some money, and there will be purchases. So that's really exciting. So we go on Friday morning and come back on Sunday. So it'll be weird, just me and Bri, but we'll have a fantastic time. I know we will. So I think that's everything I had to mention. I don't know how long this podcast is because I've stopped it and started it so many times. So I've just got this section, it says 20 minutes for this last section. I've had to stop a lot for different reasons. So you can find all the show notes for this podcast on my blog. I feel like now I'm actually getting into the swing of podcasting again. So I'm really sorry if this podcast has been a bit mishmashy or rushy. But I'm really hoping that life is going to calm down and be really boring for a while. I really would love boring in my life right now. And I'm hoping I can get into a nice routine of podcasting because I really would like to do it more often. I've missed it and I've missed you. You know, I've met such beautiful people. I'm going to go again, aren't I? I just really have. It's just been such a joy to me. And anyway, thank you so much for all your kind messages, and please join in my merry along. So the outro video will be a little walk with Mabel as usual, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Nice walking. Don't be frightened. Hello. Hello. Oh, come on, puppy. Now you're all tangled. Hello. Hello. You're silly. You're silly. Come on. Come on.